Hello and welcome. This is Melsconer, and we're back with some more of the total conversion mod of Stellaris Star Trek New Horizons. I'm playing as United Federation of Planets, formerly United Earth. And I am noticing, yeah, we have something to upgrade here. It is Physics Lab. Might as well take a look at our other planets as we go through here. You know, it's probably time that I built the dilithium refinery. It's only 80 minerals. It's not that expensive. And I think it makes sense to get it. So, yeah, let's do that. Just trying to look through other buildings that we could build that we have not built yet. I would say that's probably the main one I'd want to do. And we could grab one of these population points that are somewhere that's not too important at the moment. Probably this person will go there, but the building may get completed before they pop out, so I may shift some population around to make up for that. Until it's built, there's no point in doing that. All right, let's move on. So Mars, nothing really jumping out at me as something that we need to do at the moment. Terra Nova. Well, we are going to have this population here soon, so let's see what we can build. We could do a mine, but honestly, the industrial fabricator makes a lot of sense here because it also gets us minerals, but then it's going to make building cost and speed from here on out better, and early on, that makes a lot of sense to do. So, 150, we can afford it, but that is going to lower us. Okay, and then New Andoria, which is a fairly new colony, so yeah, nothing really to do here yet, but eventually there will be. Not really a cut and dry place to put that fabricator. Maybe here, we just lose out on the one food. Possibly. Alright, well, that's enough of that. We've got other plans. We want to build some outposts. We want to colonize planets. And let's continue with that idea.
Construction complete.
Okay, it's Federation Council time, which is actually very good. I guess we haven't really done the Vulcans yet, although we should have gotten to enough points based off of what I put into them. So, yeah, let's go see that. Okay, so is this anything new? It looks like it's the same description. With political analysis believed to be approximately 104%. So it doesn't really change here, but welcome the Vulcan people in the United Federation of Planets. Definitely we're going to do. That took, what, 4 or 5 years to do? Okay, we get another musical cue here. Thousands of delegates from across the Confederacy of Serac have gathered in the Great Council Hall on Earth to formally sign the Ascension Treaty, welcoming Vulcan into the Federation. Mr. Sakath stands side by side with Prime Minister so-and-so and the leaders of the other member worlds as billions of individuals watch historic events in public places and homes across the Federation. Alright, we welcome them into the United Federation of Planets. Okay, United Federation of Planets, with the ascension of Vulcan into the Federation. Many of Vulcan look to brave new worlds to experience life in the Federation. Whilst the conditions may be different from what they're used to, so this is the same description we've got before. We can welcome them to Earth. We immediately get a population point on Earth. That makes sense. Sponsor settlement on a colony world. Well, we don't actually know. Is there any place that the Vulcans like? Might be able to figure that out. But honestly, I like the idea of just them being on Earth, then we can colonize freely. It does save us some minerals to do it the other way around. Sponsor settlement, but I don't really know what's going to happen with that, so let's not. Let's just welcome them to Earth. Okay. Now that we have them on Earth, we do have that population point. So they are here. Let's have them go over here for now, so that they're working something that we actually want. And then it's going to take, I don't think their happiness is calculated correctly. I think it takes a tick for that to calculate properly. Although that being said, we do have that population point on Earth. We also have Pajama, I'm noticing. So that does answer that question. If the empire that we add into the Federation already has a planet, then they get added in. For whatever reason, the Andorians and the Tellarites didn't bother colonizing anything, even though they had worlds, like right here. This world was perfectly habitable to the Andorians. They could have colonized that at any time. They just didn't, for whatever reason. But now that we have all this territory that the Vulcans previously had, let's take a look at what all we can do with it. So this planet, I'm in more particular concern about who it's habitable to. It's habitable to the Andorians. Okay, good. Moving on. We have this planet, which is habitable to the humans. Okay. This is really good because we're opening up a lot of possibilities. This is habitable to the Vulcans. So, again, this is a system that the Vulcans could have colonized a while ago, if they so choose. Maybe that's just a problem with the AI? I'm not really sure. I mean, the Klingons don't seem to be having a problem with that. Nor do the Romulans. Maybe it's part of the AI depending on which empire we're talking about. Maybe the AI is designed to be a little more passive if they're not a major empire that's intended to stick around for a while. Again, the Gorns seem to have at least a few planets. Well, in any case, let's continue here. So this was habitable to the Vulcans. Sure, I check here and here, so this would be the other one we need to check. And this is probably also habitable to the Vulcans, yeah. Seems like the Vulcans and Tellarites are fairly similar in what they are looking for, but the Vulcans tend to be a little bit more hotter climate. This may also rebalance some of the other systems. Like, yeah, here, for example, this was a Tellarite. You know, the Tellarites were, out of the races that we had, the Tellarites were the ones that liked it the most, but now that we have the Vulcans like it the most. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be probably colonizing much with the Tellarites because the Vulcans are probably always going to have more habitability. There may be a very rare example where the Tellarites like a planet more than the Vulcans, but it seems in most cases it's going to be the Vulcans liking a planet when we get there. So, okay. And what about this particular? Yeah, again, the Vulcans. So the Vulcans are going to help us out in colonizing quite a bit. All right, well, that's good to see. Piracy may be a problem. So we gained some things against the Orion Free State because now we border them. We're probably going to have border tension as a result. I am curious. So we should have gotten... Looks like we didn't get any more star bases under us. So apparently the Vulcans didn't really do anything with that. But because now we have more population under us, I think that's one of the things that matters. We're going to have another slot here for star bases. I do want to take a look at Pajem, because that is now going to be under our control. So what did the Vulcans manage to do with this planet? First off, did they properly build the buildings that they did? They have a Vulcan monastery, so that's a special building for this particular location. Okay, so far so good. Okay. These are all Vulcans, except we do have a human population. Because we did have migration for them for a long time. Yeah, 2 human population points. Okay. Well, I honestly think we do need more minerals. So... let's build... oh, it's going to be too expensive. I do want to build the fabricator on here. But we need 150 for that. That's fine. We can wait. Resources-wise, we should be in a good spot. Now, there's a lot of things that we could build here. Yeah, the AI didn't really exploit a lot of these resources too well. Now, some of these might be on worlds we want to colonize, so that might be... So we'd want to colonize this, so we wouldn't want to mine that. But they didn't mine the star, so that's some resources we can grab. We also don't have a research station here. So yeah, we have a lot of resources still that we're going to need to mess around with. Probably high time that we built another construction ship, because this is a lot of stuff that we need to do, and we only have 2 construction ships to do it, and they're currently busy, so...
System survey complete.
Oh, and this was done? So this construction ship is now free. Let's go to the system. So we are not going to want to build anything here, because we're probably going to colonize, but we've got energy credits and other thing here, so... unfortunately, that's going to probably cost us all the minerals that we have, but that's okay. Okay, so system survey was done. Just going to take this science ship. Oh, I do have to save up. Because once this is done with its construction, we're going to want to send it over here. The one science ship should be on its way, right? For that, yeah, okay, good. Oops, that's not what I want to do. So where do we want to survey? We're probably still working on the habitable worlds. We have 3 more to go. Geez, all right. Well, there's 2 planets here. And at this stage, I think it makes more sense to survey systems that have habitable worlds over ones that do not. So let's have you go over there. That's a lot of jumps to get there. But it is close by to this, so... Okay, let's continue here. We're full on energy credits. Do we want to do anything with that? So leaders is one way we can spend that. I have to remember to switch over governors when we get the new colony so we can clear blockers. Speaking of which, do we have blockers to clear in Pajem? No, that was already cleared. Probably started cleared. Alright, well anyway, getting back over to the leaders. Really, scientists, probably the one that I would most want to pick up here. So, let's see about that. See if there's anybody that's cool. Unfortunately, these are the same people I think that were here last time, and none of them are really all that interesting, so never mind. We may want another admiral at some point, but at the moment I don't need one, so we'll hold until we need it. Okay, well, let's continue.
Construction complete.
Okay, the mining stations have been constructed. Ooh. Do we want to grab a construction ship now? Have it come over and build the outpost. Now, we should be able to do that now, I think. Come on. Why am I not having any luck right-clicking on this star? Probably because the Intrepid's in the way. We'll just have it jump to here for now. And then we'll work towards... Curiosity. It said I could build a mining station. Oh. We haven't colonized this yet. Okay, so that is something I had intended to colonize. There's Vulcans that like it. Okay. We don't have this one strategic resource unlocked research-wise. Now I should be able to select that. I think the ship was just in the way. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so build outpost. Yeah. Then again, though, having the blocker clearer reduction in cost, I'm not sure I really care because we're maxed out on energy credits. You know, there's another thing we could do. We could gift it to somebody. Let's do that, because we might be able to get people to like us by doing that. So now we have to start thinking, who are the next ones we're going to want to be in a coalition with? Unfortunately, the Saurian League and the Deltans, they're the ones that like us the most, but they're in a coalition, so we cannot deal with them. Uridian League, where are you guys? I really don't remember. You're kind of far away, so the likelihood you'll be in a coalition is kind of low. Oh, the Temerian Unity that I do not remember. Ah, these guys. They are not going to deal with us because of their isolationism. So even though they're nearby, not likely we're going to accomplish much with them. We could try and swing the Orions towards us, but they kind of don't like us from what I remember. As a matter of fact, they might not like us by a large margin. Yeah, there they go. They really hate our guts. So that's going to be tough to deal with them. I mean, honestly, we probably have better luck just conquering them, but that's not very Federation-like. We could do it with the Trill, just to try and get them more on our side. We're close to the time when we can get rid of... Because they sent some stuff our way. Maybe we could send some stuff their way. Offer trade deal. Maybe we could get a research agreement with them. And then spike the deal with some energy credits. Instant transfer. Shift. Okay. We want shift. Give them like 500. If they don't take it, that's fine. We'll just give them the 500 energy credits. Maybe that'll get them to like us. Okay. Worth a go. Hey. No, I'm not sure that really improved our relations with them a ton, but eventually my goal here... Yeah, favorable trade deal. My goal here is to get rid of the rivalry. Maybe we can do that with a mediate dispute thing. I think that's going to be the next thing I do. Because at the moment, the only other empire that counts as being in a coalition with us are these guys, and they are not likely candidates because we wouldn't gain anything out of it because they don't have any territory. We're much more better off just vassalizing them and maybe annexing them that way. So we've got technology research here. This is our monthly unity. Okay, what else can we get? So we've got fleet command limit. We actually expanded our fleet command, so we don't really need to do anything with this at the moment. Heroic landmark. So this is a building that gives us some unity, and it's going to go down museums. And then natural resort, which is going to produce science and I forget what the one thing is called. It's like it has something to do with their standard of living. We actually really want this, I think. And then exploit resource, natural attraction. You know what? I'm gonna go with this. It's kind of expensive, but it goes down economic theory, and I think it's a good tech to pick up. So we'll do that one. Okay. So it was 2177 was the time span to get rid of the rivalry. So we're definitely going to have another
Research project complete.
Oh, okay. The distress call. Arriving at the source of the distress call near Vega V or 6D, the USS Intrepid has come across a freighter in the Earth cargo service under attack by Sulaban pirates. While the Sulaban ships do not respond to hails, the captain of the freighter appears on the USS Intrepid's view screen, disheveled and injured. Thank you for answering our distress call, Captain. We've been chased halfway across the system by these pirates. We're carrying uranium ore. They must be after it. While the USS Intrepid is armed for its own defense, it's not clear whether it would be sufficient to fend off the Sulaban pirates. So you can cover the freighter's retreat or defend the freighter. So this is a gamble, I think, either way. Because really, science ships don't have weapons. So, as much as it says it has weapons to defend itself, that's not true. We know that's not true. We could just cover the freighter's retreat and try and do that. Let's try that. While the freighter's meager weaponry stood little chance against the Sulaban pirates alone, together with the USS Intrepid, the two vessels are able to disable the lead pirate ship, creating an opening for the vessels to jump to warp. On arriving in the Vega system, and certain the pirates had not followed, the captain of the freighter extended the gratitude of the entire cargo service before setting a course for the nearest starbase. That explosion made me a little nervous, but we did gain unity there. Okay, well, in any case, this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.